Hey, Citrus County, welcome to another week of High School Player of the Week here at Crystal River Beef O'Brady's. We present the awards, the coaches nominate their kids, and we've got lots of good things coming up. These guys work really hard all year, so we like to reward them. Customer Appreciation Day is tomorrow here at Crystal River Beef O'Brady's. You can find us on Facebook at Crystal River Beef O'Brady's, so you can keep up with all the latest goings on. Got Halloween coming up. Anyway, there's just lots of things. The college football's in full swing with all the college football packages. NFL, fantasy football. I actually have a new Wi-Fi coming in tomorrow, so we'll have a much more powerful Wi-Fi for all you fantasy football people. Specials Monday through Friday, happy hour. We have daily specials. You can go to our website to see all the specials all the time. All right, let's get on with this presentation. Our first player of the week is for Lecanto High, and it is Brian Breedlove, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I heard you did good.
Yes, ma'am.
All you can do is do your best, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good job. Tyreek, it's great to see you again. This is a presentation for Crystal River High School Player of the Week with Tyreek Scriven. He's getting to be a regular. He's got a whole closet full of these shirts. All right, so I got to say that Citrus High is not here tonight because last week was their bye week. So now we have, for Seven Rivers Christian High School, we have Jeff Banning. Hey, Jeff. You did really great. And good luck this week.
Thank you. Seven Rivers head coach Ray Green coming off another win last week. You guys have a big one this week against the Villages, another big-time school with a big-time reputation, so a challenge for your boys.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's our last tune-up before the playoffs, and you couldn't really pick a better program and a better team to kind of measure where we are at this point, not only in the season, but also just in our program development overall. So really excited about the challenge this week.
It certainly would seem like as you head into this week and then the playoffs next week, your best two football games are right in the rearview mirror, playing good football at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. I was pretty worried here a few weeks ago. We weren't really playing at a high level. The last 2 weeks have kind of answered some things for us. We've been playing complete games. Maybe the competition wasn't as good as it was earlier, but as far as what we're doing and how we're executing, I couldn't be more happy, and hopefully we'll continue to do that this week.
I talked to you earlier. I mean, compare your team from a year ago to now getting ready for the playoffs. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think the biggest difference is our schedule. You know, we put together a schedule this year that would challenge us on the front end, so that when we got to the playoffs and even with the Villages, you know, we have already seen teams that are really great size, great speed, great athleticism, great coaching. I don't know if I could say that last year at this point. So that's probably the biggest difference, is how seasoned I think we are at this point for this game and the games that are still in front of us.
Tell us about your choice for player this week, who it was. I'm sure there was a lot of kids who had a chance, but tell us why and who.
Well, Jeff Banning, he's a freshman. He started for us last year. He's a guard for us, and he's a linebacker. Does a really great job, one of our young guys that really shines week to week, and just had a big game for us this past week. Had a lot of big hits on defense, and those were the things that we really kind of value, and his physicality this week's what earned him the player of the week.
Well, in the first few games, we were playing a few teams that weren't that great, but we weren't playing great. But when we beat them, we'd still get chewed out for beating them, but not executing. But like since Santa Fe, we've been doing everything we're supposed to and keeping what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Can you tell now how close it is to the playoffs, and it's time now to start getting ready? Because you remember what it was like last year getting ready in the postseason. Do you feel like this is the time where you guys really have to be playing your best football?
Well, last year we played the Village at the very end of the season, but no one else in our schedule was really that great. But this year we're playing like Lake Highland Prep, Seffner, some really good teams, and playing great with them.
Crystal River head coach Tony Lewis. Coach, I mean, last week just an unbelievable performance by your team, and I say team, offense, defense, special teams, probably the best performance of the season.
It was our overall best performance on three sides of the ball. I thought our special teams had great coverage throughout the game. They had some great returners, and we held them in check. I thought our defense played as well as they've played all year. Our defensive line did a great job working down the line of scrimmage against their great back. Tyreek obviously had a big game for us defensively with several tackles and 3 interceptions. Linebackers played well as well, and offensively to put up 36 points on that team. Again, Tyreek had a big game for us, scoring 3 touchdowns and rushing for over 200 yards. So overall, great team effort.
What's it like now for this group to realize that the playoffs are right there? I mean, it may be taken care of before you get to week Uachi, or it's right in your hands. That's got to be a good feeling to have.
It is. You know, our kids have worked hard. You know, our biggest thing is we wanted to improve from week to week and be playing our best football come playoff time. And if we felt like if we did that, we give ourselves an opportunity to be successful. And our kids are doing that. We're getting a little bit better every week, and we're starting to gel on all 3 sides of the football.
Player of the week, obviously, I mean, jumped off the page after the first offensive play from scrimmage, but it was both sides of the ball, wasn't it?
It was. You know, Tyreek had a great overall game. If he wanted to send off a tape to a college, last week's game would be one he'd want to send. He had probably over 10 tackles, 3 interceptions, rushed for 208 yards, I believe, and 3 touchdowns. So great overall performance, and as we told them all before the game, big players need to step up in big games, and obviously he did that.
The whole week we practiced hard, and we knew what we wanted to do. We knew we wanted to win, and we knew who we wanted to stop on the offensive side of the ball, number 6, and we did exactly what we wanted to do.
You guys have done something against him that nobody has done in really probably 2 years. I mean, did you guys know going into the game you could do that?
Yeah, we knew we could stop him. We just had to practice hard every day of the week so we could do that.
Offensively, I mean, it broke open for you early, the first play, offensive play from scrimmage. Just talk about your game offensively and how important it is for you to make big plays, because when you make big plays, usually your team wins.
First play of the game, offensive line made a huge hole for me, and the whole game they were blocking great for me, and I can't thank them enough for that, and make big plays and win the game.
Lecanto head coach Greg Harper, the player of the week at Crystal River. Coach, just talk about last week. I mean, obviously didn't go as you wanted in the second half, but once again, we saw in the first half what your team's capable of when you play your brand of football.
Yeah, the first half, you know, we came out and executed and played the way I know our guys are capable of playing. You know, we were right in the game, down 7 going into halftime. And we came out in the second half and didn't execute like we did in the first half. And to Nature Coach's credit, they came out fired up, and you know, we kind of pissed them off, and they brought it, and we didn't come with the same enthusiasm.
What do you do at a practice at this time of year, getting ready for the last couple of weeks of the season? I mean, what do you do with the kids? What are they have to self-motivate themselves? I mean, what do you do at this time of the season?
Well, I think all of our guys that are playing, you know, they're really anxious to get a win. It's been a while since we've had one, and that's our focus right now, is just keep trying to get better every week and get a victory.
Is this where you kind of separate players from one another, and you can see who are the ones that you can count on when times are the toughest? Because you can certainly learn a lot about a player in a team like this.
Oh yeah, I told them a couple weeks back, I said, you really find out when you hit adversity, you know, what you're really made of. So that's when character really shines through. But most of our guys have done a great job. You know, we hope to get back on that winning track.
Talk about your player of the week, the decision to pick, and who it is.
It's Brian Breedlove. For the last 3 or 4 weeks, you know, he's just been giving us great effort. He's been fighting his butt off in there for us every week, so we thought he deserved the award this week.
Well, I think we keep the grind going day in and day out, and Coach really teaches us a lot of stuff about football, and he's really a great coach. We just got to come together and execute like I know we can. We really can't do it, but just things haven't been going our way, but we're going to fix that these couple weeks.
Do you feel like that, I mean, if you ever play a complete game, I mean, that'll change? I mean, you see what you guys did the first half against Nature Coast. We saw it, you know, against Crystal. We see it every week, Brooksville Central. If you guys ever play 4 quarters, do you feel like if we do, man, we can beat anybody we play?
Oh, yeah. I think we're one of the best teams in Florida, but we just haven't been able to come together like he's talking about. But we're good.